Ashford in the New England region of New South Wales, they used to grow tobacco on the verdant plains of the Severn River. But now farmers like Leon Minus are growing industrial hemp.
Traditionally, my grandparents and parents grew tobacco here, and that was predominantly tobacco. And then the tobacco industry folded, and yeah, we're just looking at another industry to get up and running, and hopefully be good for the Ashford area.
With his wife Connie, they're growing about 6 hectares of hemp under licence, providing hurd for a growing market in masonry material for building.
We really like the crop. It's something that's been a really interesting industry, I guess, for us to get involved in over the last 3 years. We've learnt a lot about it in that time, and I guess we're always impressed with just how diverse the product can be, and it's something that we're hoping really does take off. As far as just the farming side of it goes, that we find it, because we've previously just grown lucerne here, that it's less time consuming, it uses a lot less water, so there's a lot of benefits to that side of it as well.
Even if it needs irrigation, hemp uses about 1/3 of the water needed to grow lucerne, and its low-cost benefits extend well beyond water savings. This crop was planted about 90 days ago. It's about 4 metres tall and is ready for harvest now. It's planted in beautiful alluvial soil, and there used to be free-range pigs running in this paddock. But other than that, there have been no inputs at all. No fertiliser, no pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides, not even irrigation, just sunshine and rain. And the returns are attractive too. Industry advocates reckon a crop like this could fetch about $1,500 a tonne when its raw material is separated.
So the farmer is getting $500 for their herd, $500 for their fines, and then additionally they can get $500 for the short bast. And the short bast is something that can be fed into the fiberglass industry very readily. So its major market in Europe is in the automobile industry.
Clara Maraziki is a sustainability educator. She runs the Australian Hemp Masonry Company and has developed an award-winning formula for converting hemp hurd into a carbon-sequestering building material.
This is actually a carbon sink. So it's harvested carbon out of the air in the field that's been chopped up, and it's being put into this lime-based material and then locked up in that. So it's literally carbon locked into a wall.
Once the material sets, it undergoes carbonisation or petrification and continues to soak up carbon.
When we talk about Australia not being ready for a low-carbon future, we are actually ideally poised for a low-carbon future. This is probably one of the most powerful resources that we have available to us, and one of the most powerful tools we have for addressing carbon. And so we've got this equation. We've got, a huge impact from just, if I only talk about the building sector, 40% of our carbon footprint in Australia from building. If we replace that, that's something that's immediately been addressed.
This prototype building is at Mountain View near Nimbin in the Northern Rivers of New South Wales. It's cheap, easy to build and has high thermal qualities and energy efficiency.
But just coming home and smelling it again is great, make you feel like you're doing something for Mother Nature.
Aboriginal Community Elder Liz Johnson says it's a perfect fit for remote Aboriginal communities.
I've searched a long time for what I think is a culturally appropriate building material for Aboriginal people. Since the change of cultures in our country, Aboriginal people have been imposed upon so far as building is concerned. And traditionally we lived in healthy living conditions. And all my life I've built houses out of different things. I've lived in different houses, and I've seen the health of Aboriginal people deteriorate with the houses that are built specially for public housing. So I'm hoping that with our venture into the hemp housing, that we'll be able to influence regional governments and eventually the federal government with a prototype of this sort of house.